Welcome back to City Scene. You know, it's 2015. We talked about making lifestyle changes and New Year's resolutions. And if you remember, here at the Aquatics and Fitness Center, I've been talking about it enough that Kathleen Shank has encouraged me and challenged me, in fact, to try and get healthier. So we thought we'd check in with Kathleen and see how things are going. How are you, Kathleen?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm a little sore.
Don't move.
Actually, I'm not too bad today. I had a workout this morning before work and went pretty well. I am a little bit sore though, I'll be honest with you, but I think my muscles have kind of adapted.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
It is. A little bit of soreness is okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think the thing is my joints are like, what are you, nuts? A week or two was fine, but this is like, what are you doing to me?
Right? You're still going, and they're like, stop, let me lay down and rest.
Exactly. I give them a little bit of break and I'm okay. But so things are going okay. I got to tell you, the thing that's helped me the most is actually having a trainer there with me, because I find, I'll admit it, I'm lazy. So it's real easy to be on like the treadmill going for 15 minutes. And after about the 7-minute mark, you go, my calves are a little sore, I'm tired, I think I'll stop.
Right.
And he's right there going, no, you can't do that. You keep going.
Yeah.
And
That
that's
is our purpose, absolutely, because we got to help motivate. It is not something that anybody typically will jump right into and say, oh, I want to do this. We know we need to, but unless we've been in that field, we've grown up with sports or something that has kept us active, it is something that's not necessarily in our daily routine. We're busy. We're running, full-time jobs or working and staying home, raising children, and our lives just sometimes don't include it. And so, yeah, it is kind of getting people into realizing it should be life-changing. It has to be part of our lifestyle always.
That's right. And I'm not focused on that weight loss. I would love to get the weight loss going, but that's not the be-all, end-all for me.
Yeah.
I want to get trimmer. I want to get healthier.
Yeah.
I want to be able to say in 30 years, I'm still around, watching my kids finish growing up.
And quality of life, that when you're older, that you're active, you can enjoy life with your children and your grandchildren.
And I don't want to have to take 10 pills a day because of the things that I'm not doing to take care of myself. So I'm trying to do those now. But one of the things I liked about the way you started setting up the workouts for me is as I started to get sore in certain muscles, you'd change what we were doing right away.
Right.
So tell me about the process you go through with that.
Well, we're always looking at, you've got to balance out what you're doing with it. There is no need to stress out a muscle and pull it to the point to where it can't heal, because when you are stressing out the muscles to make it stronger, you actually do a little tearing down of the muscle fibers. Those muscle fibers have to heal back. When they heal back, they become stronger. And then the workout can progress very quickly, and you can see a lot of gains on that. So our whole goal is look at what the body's doing, stress it to a point that you're improving it, but not to wear it out. That's not our goal. And I know our big concern is also posture alignment. We have to work you in the proper form and postural alignment, because if not, we're just putting more stress on your joints that's going to wear them down faster.
And one of the things I like that you've done with that is you're combining some of these small exercises with stretches that help to do that realignment. So it's my back feels like it's better where it should be, or at least closer to where it should be now.
Yeah, we have seen that a lot of people with it's in our classes, or if we're working with them on the floor, they have a lot more energy when in between stressful workout exercises, that we release that. You stop, you pause, you breathe, you let your body just rest into the moment. And then, like you said, we stretch it right back out, releasing it just a little bit. And that again, because when you're tightening and pulling certain muscles, it could pull you out of alignment with the shoulder or with the hip out of place, and then you're still stressing it. So that is, I'm glad you've seen that benefit, is you typically feel better, right? You kind of release it, you go right back into the next set of working that muscle, and you can do more. You get a lot more from your workout when we do these pauses.
Yeah, and even when we're doing the workout, like if we're on the elliptical and all of a sudden my quads are killing me, you change what I'm doing just a little bit, those muscles are able to relax a little bit, and you're starting to work on other muscles, and then when they start hurting, you go back and hit the quads again, and so it's been a great progression, I think.
Wonderful.
Yeah, good times.
So you've been able to do the full length, so that's a big concern to us. Is everybody sometimes has to start with only 10 minutes, 15 minutes into a routine. Of course, to get into burning the most calories and the more the fat stores, you got to go length of time as well. So we're playing a lot with your intensity, so that not only while you're getting the increased heart rate to strengthen the heart muscle, burn those calories, then that's why we do a lot of the elevation up and down throughout your workout, because you were able to stay on it for 30 minutes with us. And that's more beneficial than intense, maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, but you've done really well with the challenge.
Well, thanks. I'm trying. I know Jonathan's trying as well. In fact, we're going to turn tables on Jonathan in a second so you can find out what's going on with him. But also, tell us about what you're doing with heart rate and what you're checking out and what you're noticing with that.
Yeah, we found that when we started with your workout challenge, while you were able to maintain a good pace, you felt pretty good with it, we saw elevated heart rates, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we were monitoring, saying that throughout the workout, Steve, let's pause, find your pulse, whichever way is the easy way to do that. There's different styles, whether it's a talk test, whether it's actually perceived exertion, or find the pulse and count it, which we did. And that gave us a number and a zone to realize what you're saying is also what the body's telling us. Because you could say, I feel great through it, but you're not.
But
maybe.
I'm lying.
That's right.
I just want to get through it.
And then you're pushing too hard. So us checking your pulse and having a number ourselves, seeing that, is able to us make decisions for you to say that we need to lower the intensity, build it back up when we can, and lower it. So that was a concern that we always watched for you. And when we move from cardio into weight training, you sometimes get that pulling of the blood into the legs. It can make you feel bad. You experienced that once.
She made me want to throw up on the first day. Let's be honest. She was kicking my butt. She made me want to throw up. But that's when you switched gears and we got into some of the stretching, and we were doing other exercises that really didn't feel like exercises, some of your Pilates tricks and yoga tricks and stuff like that, giving me a great workout, but my body was able to respond and calm down, and it worked out really well.
Yeah.
I was impressed. I got to tell you,
good.
I was impressed. Day one, I was like, day one challenge over.
Oh no, right?
But you got me through it, and it's really helped out, I think.
And not experiencing a whole lot of soreness. People sometimes mistake that is meaning that they've worked appropriately, but it's not. If you can't move the next day, then you're not functioning well at the job or at home.
Yeah, we did have a day where I pushed it a little too hard, and it was a Friday. And so I was hating it Friday at work, and then all weekend, I couldn't move.
Right, and then what's the goal there? Because you get lazier because you're hurting and you don't want to get up and move. If you feel good, but you feel that little bit of soreness in the muscles, you feel good about it, you're saying, yes, I know I've worked it, right?
Right.
But over the weekend, you feel good to go out and be active again, so that you're more excited about the lifestyle change, hopefully staying there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's check in with Jonathan and see how he's doing. Jonathan, why don't you
Yeah.
hand me the camera and work your magic in the edit booth here. All right. It's going to be all shaky now. Right.
All right, Jonathan, so let's talk about your workout and how
Okay.
it's been going so far. What do you think?
It's been going good. I guess my biggest problem with this type of thing before is I try to do it my own, and that lasted for 1 or 2 weeks.
Right.
And just the structure of having somebody that has a schedule for me, I need to be there at these times, these days,
Right.
it's really working for me.
Great. How have you liked the change of having, we went through 2 to 3, but then we really pinpointed 2 trainers, myself and another one that really stuck with you. Was there a benefit to having a different trainer with you sometimes?
There is. When you're with one person, sometimes things get stagnant with you doing the same routines, the same things. When you throw another person into the mix, I'm starting to do things I wouldn't do with the other trainer.
Yes.
So I feel like I'm covering a lot more ground in the same amount of time.
But we're staying on track pretty much with the same safety guidelines, the
Right.
same goals, so that we're doing good communication behind the scene
And
as
both-
well for you.
Both trainers know check pulse. These are the weights I should be doing. They have
Right.
you have a folder that has my information in it. You're keeping up with me.
Yes. So that seems to be working, that
Yeah.
you're not feeling like you're losing ground, you're gaining ground
yeah.
from having that. I think that's a nice change too. It also helps us to be able to accommodate your schedule,
Yeah.
right? So that if we get caught with anything, then we don't lose ground with you on making sure that these workouts are staying in. So what's been one of the best things that you've seen change in you so far?
One of the most noticeable things is probably my sleep. I'm sleeping harder, better. I used to kind of wake up a little bit during the night, and I'm just, I lay down, I'm out like a light, and I wake up in the morning not tired. So,
Wonderful. A lot of times people think it's always the image outside first that they're always looking for, and not thinking really some of the stuff that happens inside and changing how we feel and what we're doing and reacting. So that was great.
Yeah.
Great to hear that. So have you changed a lot of food side of it as well, your eating habits, are they changing little by little, or are you
They
pretty
are.
much staying the same?
They are. I'm eating mostly what I want to, but I find that after I work out, I don't really want to eat junk. I don't know what it is about me, but I go out and I'd rather eat Subway instead of pizza. I don't know why that works that way, but
Yeah, well, I think it's mainly because when you start feeling like you're doing the work for it and you're seeing results with it, you realize that you don't have to change a diet that much. You should be smart with your diet and you should change it. They both work together. But a lot of people think they have to really cut out and they have to drop off a lot of their favorites, and you don't, right? To see results, there's a great balance between it.
Yeah.
So I think that's eye-opening for people too, to say that you can still enjoy some of your favorites, but you saw what happened is when your body starts reacting to exercise and you feel it, the desire of just sitting and eating and doing unhealthy stuff starts changing in you. doesn't it? That's great. That's great.
All right, so Jonathan's doing well.
Yes.
I think he's enjoying it. Not quite sure, but I think
think
he's,
so.
I think he's enjoying it. He's getting out of it. But for folks who can't do the training every day, what do they want to do? What do you want them to do? You want them to come in and talk to you? You show them how to use things, right?
Absolutely. We don't have to personal train you if you're motivated and you just want to get started on your own. There's additional fee, of course, for personal training. So if your goal is to come in and just learn how to do it, we always train. We will offer that training free the first time and get you set up and make sure that you know how to design your workout so that you get the best from it. The benefit of the training is that we're seeing where you're going with your training constantly and how to adjust it. The other side of it is when you come in alone, of course, you can be very successful. Ask questions, come back to us, we're always here for that, but we're just not monitoring you
Right.
constantly, so you kind of have to really pay attention to your workout and keep yourself on track.
So if someone's working out and they're doing well on their own, but they're like, I'm not seeing enough in the gut, they can come to you and you can point them in the
Yes.
right direction. Here, use this, do this, and then
Yes.
they go off and do it.
Absolutely.
And of course, the classes are all included in the memberships as well.
Yes, so you have lots of different choices, which again, we will direct you to what's going to be the best class for you with what your goals are.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay, you're on Stanton Road.
yes.
Okay, give everyone the address and tell them how to find you.
921 Staten Road.
Stanton. I
Staten.
keep thinking of Stanton. My buddy Scott Stanton. He'd love that this road's named after
I hear
him.
it pronounced both ways, actually. So,
Staten
but
Road.
of course, it is in the industrial park area. So if you come out by Grady White Boats or where UPS is, that's where you'll find us. We're located in industrial park, only 5 minutes right outside of town.
And the phone number?
329-4041.
And of course, if you go onto the website, greenvillenc.gov, you'll notice if you go under play, there's a link to the Aquatics and Fitness Center, or go through Recreation and Parks. And you can follow our workouts and our progress on the GTV9 challenge right there.
Yes.
Kathleen, thank you much.
Thank you. Good
Appreciate
job.
it.